I want to talk about Doug Pederson. So I don't understand why Doug Pederson doesn't get talked about enough. Whenever someone brings up elite NFL head coaches, they bring up Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, Kyle Shanahan, Mike Tomlin. Got no issues with those guys. I really don't. See, the thing is, to me, it is a massive mistake to not include Doug Pederson in that elite coaching conversation. To me, right now, Doug Pederson is a top 5 head coach in the National Football League. Okay? Right now, today, in no particular order, actually, I'm going to put it in order. Right now, today, the 5 best head coaches in the NFL are Andy Reid, Sean McVay, Mike Tomlin, Doug Pederson, and Pete Carroll. There's a common denominator between all 5 of these head coaches. All 5 have won a Super Bowl. And between these guys, they've all coached 69 full-time seasons in the NFL as head coaches. Only 9 losing seasons between these 5 great head coaches. These guys know X's and O's. They know the limitations of their rosters. They maximize their rosters. And they are very good at making adjustments. Doug Pederson has coached in the NFL for 6 years. 4 of those 6 seasons, he's won 9 games or more. And keep in mind, he's had to deal with the likes of Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, and Trevor Lawrence as a rookie who was struggling, and he helped uplift Trevor Lawrence's career tremendously. He got Trevor Lawrence back on track. Trevor Lawrence, his rookie season, you could argue he was a failing student. Immediately boosted his confidence, immediately turned Trevor Lawrence into an A student. I'm not saying he carried Trevor Lawrence. Like, this is not a Brian Dable, Daniel Jones situation where Trevor Lawrence is just being carried by his coaching staff. Trevor Lawrence, all he needed was just a little bit of stability at head coach, and he would have succeeded. We all know that. Doug Pederson went above and beyond to help Trevor Lawrence, and that's the key. Doug Pederson is the real deal. And one of the things I like about Doug Pederson is he goes for it a lot on 4th down. He's an aggressive head coach. He goes down swinging. And even if the Jacksonville Jaguars or whatever team he's coaching doesn't fully execute, if you're a player in that locker room, you at least are okay with it because we know our head coach wants to win games. He's going to do everything in his power to put us in a position to win football games. I think Doug Pederson is the real deal. He knows his X's and O's. The players respond to him very well. You know, his time management situations could be a little bit better. Sometimes I think he's a little bit too aggressive, but you live and die by what you do best. You know, Giancarlo Stanton lives and dies by the home run ball. You know, Barry Bonds at times lived and died by the home run ball, you know, in Major League Baseball. You know, you do what you do best. And Doug Pederson, he's an aggressive guy. And let's not forget, this is a guy that won a Super Bowl versus Bill Belichick with Nick Foles as his starting quarterback. Okay? You know, he was winning games with Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz, ever since his injury, he's been a mess. And he was even winning in spite of Carson Wentz at times. So I think Doug Pederson, he's the real deal. And I will not be shocked if Doug Pederson wins a Super Bowl with the Jacksonville Jaguars at some point. Actually, I'm just going to say it right now. I believe Doug Pederson at some point is going to help lead the Jacksonville Jaguars to a Super Bowl victory. I believe in him that much, and I believe he's an elite head coach in the National Football League.